Okay, today what we're going to do is we're going to cast images on a screen of a candle that we'll light on fire here and put it at the end of a meter stick, even with the end of the meter stick. So we'll let this sit here and it will be our object, and we will set our mirror that is at the other end of the meter stick at 100 centimeters from the object. We can cast images of that candle on this screen if we adjust this card right so that it can reflect images of the candle. Now it's very bright in here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box to shield our setup from it so I can see the image better. Now, bring the camera over here so that we can see this. And let's see how we do this. So here's our setup here. And let's see if we can do this. There we go. And if we zoom in, there we are. We can see that if we adjust this a little bit, we get a bright spot on the card. Right? So we get a bright spot, and that bright spot is our candle flame. Now the mirror is at 100 centimeters, and if I bring this card close, right here I'm at about 14 centimeters from it, and I get a blurry image. If I move it back to around 18 centimeters, it gets a slightly blurry on the other side. So I'm going to bring it in to around, I don't know, 16 and like a half centimeters, and let's see if we can 16, let's try 16 point, 16.7. Let's see if that's good. Looks about as good as we can make it. And so you can see we can cast an image of the candle, and you can see the bright spot of the candle flickering on top of its stem here. Let's see if I can adjust it a little bit better. That's about as good as I can get it. Around there, 16.7 centimeters. We will write down that as our image distance. So we have 100 centimeters from the candle to the mirror, and about 16.7 centimeters from the screen to the mirror where we're casting the image. Now we'll try moving the candle some, and we'll move the candle up to 80 centimeters. Okay. And if we cast this image on the screen, again, you can see that we can adjust this, and we'll adjust it to around, let's see, we get it here to 15 centimeters, it's way blurry. We back it up around a little less than 18 centimeters. We can actually see some detail on the candle flame. So we're gonna write down, let's see, where is that? About 17.5 centimeters. We'll write down for our second image distance. Okay. If we move the candle up further to 60 centimeters, right, we can move our candle up again, our screen up again. And again, I'll move the box up so it's shielded. And let's see where our candle image is. And you can start seeing that it looks a lot more detailed. Let me adjust the mirror a little bit so it tilts up. There's our candle flame. And let's see, where should it be? So, looks like around it's pretty good. This looks better. I'm going to call that the best. And that looks like our best candle flame, and it looks like it's right around, I would say around 19 centimeters away from the mirror. So our image is now around 19 centimeters from our mirror, and if I bring this up a little bit, maybe you can see it better. see what we got here. So here's our candle, there's the mirror, and then here's our image right over here. Let's see if we can do this better. And there it is, right? There she goes. So let's move the mirror up one more time to 40 centimeters. And we can adjust where the candle flame is again, where the screen is again. Let's twist this a little bit so it's over. And again, move our screen shield up so that we can see things better. And let's see what we got here. That's a pretty good image. And if we bring it up a little bit, we can see it even better. And wow, that's pretty good. So you can see at this point, you can clearly see the wick and details of the flame, right? And that's at around 21 centimeters away from the mirror. So it looks pretty good. And you can see if you move the candle flame, you can see it move in the image. So that looks pretty sharp, okay? Good. Now I've got the mirror aimed at the window, and you can see I can cast an image of what's outside on my little card here. And what I focused on, I've brought the card up until it focused on the clouds outside, and they're in pretty sharp relief. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure how far the card is from the mirror, right? And so we can do that, put the card up, a ruler here, and put it next to the card, and we can put the ruler next to it, the 0 line on it, and we can see that the edge of the mirror is right around 14 centimeters from the card when it's shining, looking out the window, okay? And again, you can really see those clouds fairly sharply on the card. And one thing that might make it even a little clearer is if we put our hand behind it, you can really see how sharp the image is of the outdoors, okay? And again, it's about 14 centimeters from the mirror, right? Now everything's upside down. If we were to look, if we were to put something in front of the window, sticking up, actually you can see the shadows of the chair legs, because this is after school. You can see the shadows of the chair legs, and they're sticking down from the top of the image. And that's because the image is inverted, because it's a real image cast on a screen. Very good. Now what we're going to do is just look at the mirror. Let's see, I'll try to put myself in the mirror here. And you can see that I'm upside down. Now I'm about 80 centimeters or so from the mirror, and you can see the image of my head is inverted and distorted, although maybe I actually have a big light bulb shaped head. Oh well, it's kind of sad but true. Anyway, as I move closer, you can see that the image changes, and all of a sudden it gets really blurry right about here, right? And then if I get closer still, all of a sudden, now you can see my fingers and stuff are right side up, right? And if I aim this way, whoa, you can see not only are we right side up, but we're also magnified, right? And so the closer I get, all of a sudden the clearer and bigger the image gets of my finger in this case, which is pointing upward. And so if I back up, all of a sudden it gets all blurry, and it gets blurry right here at about a foot, so about 30.